There's actually 6 different reasons that you might be looking like that on the bike, and most of them are related to your posterior pelvic rotation. The first reason, which is just how they choose to position themselves on the bike. It's not a quick fix, but literally just thinking about rotating your pelvis forward and leaning your hips and your whole upper body forward a little bit further, not originating at the mid-back, but originating at your hips, can often fix this for a lot of riders. Riders with their saddle that's too high. It causes too much tightness through the posterior chain. So that's your low back, glutes, hamstrings, calves, and often riders with this position will feel that because your back is trying to lean forward, but you've got too much tension through the back of your legs. It's stopping the pelvis from rotating forward. So the fix is perhaps to lower your saddle just a bit. On top of that, doing hamstring mobility work will also help you unlock that ability to rotate your pelvis forward. Their saddle is too low, and or we'll say their cranks are too long. We've created like a bit of a bookend there, which is that, well, it could happen because your saddle's too high. It could also happen because your saddle's too low. That being said, it's often your saddle needs to be much too low for this to happen. A saddle position that's too low or a cranks that are too long create impingement in the hips, and the knees also come up too high. And what riders do is that they kind of arch their back backwards or roll that pelvis back to create space between the top of their knees and their chest and their diaphragm so that they can breathe and they can actually just get their knees up over the top of the pedal stroke. Or cranks that are too long also cause this. So the fix is to raise your saddle. Raising your saddle can help create some of that space for your knees. Then the next step is checking your crank length and considering shortening your cranks. Finally, doing hip mobility exercises maybe even allows you to maintain your current crank length, but because you've improved your hip mobility, is creating that space to rotate the pelvis forward.